English shorthand higher grade 120 words per minute. AP SBTET speed papers. August 2019 paper 2. Please get ready. Start. 1. The final match of the Indian Premier League is scheduled on 15th May at Visakhapatnam. Already the expected teams reached the final. People all over the country have been awaiting the final with enthusiasm. The online sale of the tickets has picked up momentum and a majority of them were sold within 5 days. On earlier occasions, there was commotion and gate crashes during such matches. Dropped a letter from the Secretary, Indian Premier League, Bombay, to the Superintendent of Police, Visakhapatnam, requesting for arranging security to the teams at the hotel as well as to the match at the stadium. Also urged that any incident of unrest will reflect badly on the players as well as the board. 2. The state is expected to receive the first monsoon showers during the next fortnight, and the weather department has predicted that there will be normal rainfall till November. Almost all the districts of Andhra Pradesh, as expected, will receive heavy rains during the last week of June, and it is time for the farmers to start the agricultural operations. As per the instructions of the government, the agricultural department is geared up to meet the requirements of the agriculturists on all fronts. As a Director of Agriculture, address a demi-official letter to all the joint directors to indent and stock necessary agricultural inputs in advance so that no riot is left uncovered, with a copy to Secretary to Government. 3. Draft proceedings for the following public meeting. Gopal, as headmaster, I welcome all the guests to this function. I request our district collector to inaugurate the new buildings. The district collector. It is my privilege to inaugurate the buildings constructed at a cost of rupees 1 crore. The infrastructure is very good and the students enjoy the atmosphere. The government ready to provide any further assistance. Rambabu. There should be separate staff rooms for women teachers. Nirmala. As a physical director, I am proud there are talented students to represent in many sports and games, but for want to playground, headmaster, the adjacent 3-acre land is suitable. District collector, the district educational officer should send suitable proposals to government. 4. During the year, there is bumper production of chilies in Guntur district, and the growers very happy to store their produce in Vijay cold storage near Chilakaluripet. The price for the produce is about to be shifted to the markets. There was a fire accident on the night of 10th instant, and the loss is estimated to be 4 crores. Not only the stocks, the assets of the company also damaged. The fire tenders from Guntur toiled hard for 6 hours to prevent the raging fire from spreading to the nearby godowns. Draft a letter to the United India Insurance Company Guntur for deputing a representative immediately to assess the loss and arrange insurance. 5. As a senior advocate, you are very much concerned about the increasing atrocities on women and weaker sections of society. Accidents by youth and the menace of drugs. Women, irrespective of age, harassed and killed for obvious reasons. The unemployed youth indulge in the use of drugs imported from foreign countries. It not only affects physically but financially. The hard earned money of the parents wasted. Increasing use of vehicles without proper education causes accidents. Loss of even one limb leads to untold misery and hardship not only to the individual but to the family as well. Draft a letter to the Superintendent of Police to conduct awareness camps with the help of Bar Association on the above issues. Condense the following. Mr. Speaker, sir, I have intervened to draw your attention to certain broad and basic principles of the lines of defense and more especially the problems that we have to face. I have noticed in the course of the debate today a certain concern and anxiety about recent events amounting almost to an apprehension in case India might be attacked by our neighboring country and we might not be ready for it. The number of recent border incidents and more especially the fact that a great foreign country is giving aid has led, no doubt, to this apprehension. It is perfectly true that the situation today in regard to the defense of India has been very much affected by this factor of military aid coming in from a great country, and we have to view this situation in this new light. The honorable member who spoke just before me asked us to have the latest equipment and the best training. Obviously, if some power which has nuclear weapons at its disposal choose to attach India from the purely military point of view, we have little defense. It may be that from other points of view, we may be able to meet this menace of the atomic bomb because of the fact that people with strength and unity and who will not surrender whatever happens can never be defeated. In the final analysis, what counts is not your soldier or your military weapon, but the spirit of unity of the people, the will of the people to survive in spite of every difficulty and every menace. Technology has developed so rapidly that if unfortunately there is a great war in the future, probably every step and weapon that was used previously would be out of date. From that point of view, we in India and almost all the countries of the world are completely out of date and there is no help for us at present. Therefore, apart from the army, navy, and so on, you have to have an industrial and a technological background in the country. If the country's economy is not sound, though we have good army, we depend on outside factors. Such a country is essentially a dependent country, though called independent. An honorable member said, "What is the good of your 5-year plans? You must concentrate on defense. The 5-year plan is the defense plan of the country because defense does not consist in people marching up and down the road with weapons, but in a country being industrially prepared for producing the goods and equipments of defense." Some honorable members in this house who talk in rather aggressive terms of neighboring countries want to take brave action. No responsible government can take the risk of an emergency which it cannot face. With these words, Mr. Speaker, I resume my seat.